All right, we got the data for here for this 6.8 Western 145 ELDX. This is coming from a Winchester XPR compact 22-inch barrel. That's the G1 BC of that 145 ELDX. So now we'll go down to the numbers. I got a 1 and 1/16 inch group. These are at 100 yards. Both of the groups are. Now, mind you that I'm using a bipod. I don't have a rest, and so I'm a fairly good shot, but you know, if I can get an inch and a 16th group at 100 yards, that's not bad for sure. I mean, I can shoot sub MOA too, but having to deal with a chronograph and every 15 minutes you have to basically stop, so you're kind of rushing it at this range that I go to. So, and just kind of doing all this, I'll take that all day. It's almost MOA. So there's that. But I shot a 9/16 inch group with the I'm comparing this with the Nosler 180, actually Nosler 165 accubond long range. I did a 9/16 inch group with that. Actually, I probably have that somewhere. Where is that? That was this one. This was from yesterday. I did a 9/16 inch group. That was with the 165 Nosler ABLR, and I was using it in the 6.8 Western. This is reloads. So that compared to that better group with the Nosler. These are the speeds that I got. Muzzle velocity 2587, 2610, 2612. Of course, that's 165 grain. So the 145 grain ELDX went a little bit faster. I believe, yeah, the average was 2658 for the ELDX. So roughly about 50 feet per second faster with 10 less or 20 less grains. 145 grain versus a 165 grain Nosler accubond. Now over here, the G1 BC is a 0.620 for the 165 Nosler. The G1 BC is 0.536 for the Hornady ELDX 145. So at 200 yards, it's dropping. The Nosler is dropping 4.1, almost 15 inches at 300, and almost 60 inches or 5 feet at 500 yards. And those are the foot-pounds you get at those 1,400 foot-pounds at 500 yards with the 165 Nosler. That's pretty good. Probably elk territory for sure. All the way out to 500 yards. With the 145 ELDX, you're dropping off a little bit. So you had 1,800 at 300 yards. You're at 1,784 with the 145 ELDX. It's dropping 4 inches at 200, almost. So the drop is pretty close. 14.7 at 300, 14.4 at 300. What was it? 57.7 for the Nosler at 500, 57.2. So the trajectory up to 500 is almost the same, but the energy, being heavier and having a better BC, if that matters, G1 BC, the energy, I mean, at 500 yards, you have 1207. That's still definitely deer. Don't know about elk, maybe. But yeah, so 1,207 foot-pounds of energy for the ELDX at 500 compared to 1,400 foot-pounds for the 165 Nosler ABLR. So that's the results for the 6.8 Western with those two rounds, comparing them. Both using that Winchester XPR 22 inch.